Following Atune's execution at the hands of Lozren, who commanded our heroes to return to Geldush and retrieve the Archmage's edict, our heroes decided it was wise to first discuss their next steps. Freya, having just awakened, witnessed the grim event unfold before her eyes. She joined her companions, who were relieved to see her well. Freya noticed the changes in Pimpim's appearance, but opted not to say anything for the time being. Seeking a quiet place to strategize, our heroes made their way to Pimpim's mother's house. While they found some semblance of privacy there, Finrod soon discovered that the ever-watchful magical eye was still tracking their movements, revealing its presence when he cast the See the Unseen spell.
I am so sorry for leaving you. I should have never left.
No, it's better. It's better that you left. It's better that
maybe
you would be tortured like I was, and I couldn't stand to watch that. So
And
it's
what
better.
you could have done, if you would do something, you would be killed instantly.
At least we would go down together.
No. This way is better. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'm glad you were safe.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
It's rude to comment on people's appearances, but well,
What?
joke. Go, you look a little different. Puberty really hit you, you know.
Well, what do you mean different?
You just
Pimpim, did you see yourself in the mirror lately?
you don't really look like I know you, Pim.
I didn't I actually didn't even have a chance to notice anything wrong. I mean, different.
Did your spirit came to in your dreams, maybe?
No.
Do I know anything about primalist monstrous forms and how this relates to that?
This does not relate to that. This is something else. Clearly supernatural in origin. The first thing that comes to your mind after you think about it for a while is curses.
As a
Makes sense.
supernatural expert here, this is what happens when you follow false idol.
I'm gonna.
Raise one.
I'm just gonna say, look. Up until this point, I didn't say anything because I assumed you knew what this was. But now that I realize that you don't understand what happened to you, I am afraid that I have to tell you that you might be affected by some sort of curse.
And my mom faints now. Screams and faints.
No, your mom bursts in, right? And she's like, Pimpim, what did you get yourself into?
No, I hold his hands like take his hands.
What are you doing, Pimpim?
It must be the mage that cursed me.
Are there curses that go through the entire bloodline or something?
Yes.
Alright, so the other problem is curses like this, sometimes they go through the entire bloodline, which means your mother might be affected as well. No offense. It's only natural that
Pimpim's mom
things like
loses that one sanity point that she had.
No. Listen.
You're gonna eat, drink, and relax.
Goes back into the room, and cries.
Okay. There is a positive to all this. Listen, they can have enormous positive effects on your fighting capabilities. So it is genuinely up to you to decide whether this is as bad as it seems. You might not want to get rid of it, even if you could. And you are a primalist, so you understand the strength in primal power, right?
I didn't realize. I seen my hands were a little bit different, right? And the skin kind of changed a little bit. But I didn't know that my face looks like this. I don't feel wrong or different at all. If nothing else, I feel empowered.
Look, if you ask me, you look better.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm not gonna lie. You look absolutely disgusting.
Don't listen to paladins.
And curses are always a bad.
Yeah, but
No curse was ever a good thing. Nothing good.
It's a matter of
aren't
perspective.
you the one to preach that the one works in mysterious ways?
Yes, I am.
So, how do you know it's not the doing of the one?
The one doesn't curse his followers.
Did you hear, my friend? It's a blessing as well.
No,
I'm just gonna chuckle and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm sorry, but this almost certainly isn't from the one. I don't know much about. I'm not some sort of expert in this field. But this isn't how that usually works.
I turn to you, right, and I just smirk with like I fucking know, right? But I don't say it. But that's the face expression.
Oh, you're just fucking with the power. You're not never mind. Just ignore me. Keep doing.
Keep the good work, brother.
Yeah, as you're discussing that, you hear a loud bang. Somebody's knocking at the door.
Yes.
Okay.
Sirs, it is time to leave. Lozren expects you to leave now.
Okay, I say, and I'm trying to close the door.
They let you close the door, but you...
No. Sorry. Bring Freya's weapons.
Oh,
We need all our gear.
the lieutenant says your cart and your weapons are waiting outside the entrance of the village.
Okay, give us a moment, please. Thank you.
You can clearly hear that they are still waiting for you, but they will give you a moment.
So what are we doing? And we, like, do the plan?
Okay, I'm gonna
the eye is in the room with you, just so you know.
Oh.
Of course it is. And I'm like,
Like we
have
all
have my
sleep.
hand over my mouth, like, and I'm like, so what are we doing now then?
Ah, smart. Pim, Destiny token.
My dear friends, what Lozren has done here is breaking
All right.
every fucking rule in this kingdom,
Oh yes.
and he needs to pay up for his crimes. So I have devised a plan.
What's the plan?
As you might know, I am a noble of the Arcalvian kingdom. Now Zer was here, he is also a warrior of the Arcalvian kingdom. So I believe we may have a chance of convincing all these soldiers out there that we should overthrow Lozren as a ruler here.
Okay, go on.
Well, all we need is someone who can make some fake documents look
Or
real.
documents, to be blunt.
Yeah, we need forged documents, yes.
That will be no problem whatsoever. I just need some samples, let's say.
Now, as a noble, I've seen my fair share of official documents. I can assist you in that, but we need, I don't know, a few hours, I guess, to make it all work.
We will need to delay our mission.
Yes, we will. So maybe first priority should be to...
Delay. Second
Yes.
priority, figure out a way to distract the eye while the forgery is occurring.
Yeah,
You remember that there is a small house on the way that was occupied by those Fays.
yes, I do.
We go there.
Yeah, that makes
Can
a
do.
lot of sense, actually.
We can do all what we need there. And I say it really quietly. And we can dispose of those few soldiers there as well. If
I
need
don't
be.
think there's a need for that.
If need be, I said.
They
Yeah,
will be under
let's
my
not.
command once we leave the village.
Yes.
So they should be... If I say we make camp there, they will make camp there.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a great idea. We can go there, and we make camp there, and then we just make the forgery and then continue with the plan. Yeah, that sounds good.
Upon agreeing on their next course of action, our heroes left the house. Finran went to Lozren and acquired some Arcalvian equipment and gear. The rest of our heroes retrieved their equipment from their cart that was waiting for them outside the hamlet. Pimpim was especially relieved when he found his forgery kit amongst the items in the cart. The lieutenant of the occupying Arcalvian guards then designated 8 soldiers to escort our heroes to Geldush. With that, they set off from Eldehar heading north. 2 days later, as per their plan, instead of making their way to Geldush, our heroes veered off to the abandoned cabin in the woods where they liberated the soul of the woodcutter. In that secluded place, Pimpim crafted 2 documents. One was a wanted post for Lozren detailing his transgressions against Arcalvian law, and the other falsely asserted that our heroes were working under an Archmage's enforcer, officially investigating Lozren. Armed with the forged documents, our heroes successfully convinced the guards with them that their mission was to wrestle the control of the hamlet from Lozren. When questioned about their delay in taking action while still in Eldehar, they revealed that an unseen magical eye had been monitoring their every move, preventing them from acting until they had safely departed. Upon their return to Eldehar, our heroes dispatched their accompanying soldiers to summon Captain Haslan for a confidential discussion. The guards informed our heroes that Haslan had openly criticized Lozren's harsh treatment of the villagers, suggesting that he could be an ally in their quest to overthrow Lozren. Their instincts proved correct. Haslan was not surprised by the forged documents, believing that Lozren was about to face the much overdue consequences of breaking Arcalvian law. The captain informed our brave heroes that Lozren had a peculiar habit of visiting the ruins alone from time to time, lingering there for about 10 to 15 minutes. Ever since we arrived here in Eldehar, he will order all the soldiers from the ruins to go out, and he will stay inside the ruins alone for some time. Nobody knows what he's doing inside, but that's the only time that I know. Usually he always has guards and escorts with him. That's the only time and it happens randomly.
So
and
we
when it does, it usually lasts for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Good captain, I must ask, how are the children in the ruins faring? Are they being treated well?
It doesn't look good. Like, those children are starving. They're gonna start dying soon.
Yeah, that is just one of his many crimes.
Honestly, if you went to Geldush and back, I don't think that those children would have survived, even if you were to bring back the artifact.
Yeah.
Yes, that is why we prioritize this mission over the edict that is currently safe.
It's safe with my master.
Yes, acquiring the edict will not be an issue.
So, how do you want me to rally my men to explain what's happening or not? What is the plan?
The plan is you need to disseminate the information with soldiers you can trust.
Mm-hmm.
Once they are all made aware of the fact, we need to act quickly. At least 2 groups are needed, one for the portal, for the gates, and the other for Lozren himself.
Maybe I can get you inside if you have a safe place to stay. We'll wait until Lozren, because he's gonna eventually go to those ruins and he's gonna be by himself. Maybe we wait for that time, and then we jump him while he's alone.
If there's a way for you said it happens randomly, right?
It happens randomly, yes. But I can ensure that there is always a couple of loyal men to me inside the ruins. Usually there is. And if I disseminate information, I can tell them to inform me straight away when that happens. We will have a very small window to act, but I think it is possible. Once the details of their plan have been agreed with Captain Helvin, our heroes snuck back into the hamlet and stayed in Pimpim's mother's house, eagerly waiting for the moment when they will strike. Just a few days later, Helvin returned with news that Lozren was once again in the ruins, alone. Anticipating this chance, Helvin had strategically placed guards loyal to him within the ruins. These soldiers would help Helvin and our heroes in capturing Lozren. Our heroes quickly followed Helvin. It was finally time for Lozren to pay for his atrocities. As our heroes arrived at the ancient ruins, they spotted Lozren deep in conversation with a strange figure. With determination, they approached the pair, accusing Lozren of the crimes detailed in the forged documents crafted by Pimpim. Lozren merely chuckled at their claims, knowing full well that they were lies. Our heroes soon realized that Lozren was in the company of one of the Archmage's enforcers. Knowing full well that their forged documents would not stand the scrutiny of an enforcer, they lunged at Lozren and the enforcer, intent on capturing them swiftly. They succeeded in taking down the shocked Lozren, who was taken aback by their audacity. However, the enforcer proved to be a formidable opponent. With blinding speed, he deflected their strikes effortlessly, conjuring a spectral wraith that bore his likeness to counter some of their attacks. It became painfully clear to our heroes that the enforcer viewed them as little more than a nuisance, capable of wiping them out at will. The guards accompanying the heroes hesitated, unwilling to engage the enforcer, and instead stood back, waiting to see how the confrontation would unfold. The enforcer dealt a mortal wound to Finran and nearly strangled Michael with a single hand. He revealed that Lozren had been working for them, and this mission was intended to test Lozren's worthiness to join the ranks of the enforcers. With Lozren dead at the hands of our heroes, his mission now fell to them. The enforcer commanded our heroes to journey to Geldush, retrieve the Archmage's edict, and deliver it to him. Failure to comply would unleash unspeakable horrors upon Pimpim's sister and mother, making them wish for death, as well as upon the innocent people of Eldehar. He also issued a chilling threat to annihilate the entire Vyorkan noble family, the very family Zervos served. In a final cruel promise, he vowed to slaughter Finran's mentor and warned Michael that he would raise the settlement of Geldush, pinning the blame for its destruction on him. Desperate to negotiate, our heroes found their efforts futile as the enforcer turned his attention to the captured children in the ruins, tormenting them mercilessly. Our heroes then realized that the Archmage's enforcer was also a formidable vampire, a revelation that clarified some of his powers, but not all of them. With no alternatives left, our heroes emerged from the ruins, their spirits crushed, fully aware that they must submit to the enforcer's will. As they stepped away, the desperate cries of Pimpim's and Freya's sisters echoed behind them, pleading for rescue from the bad man. But our heroes knew that they could not defeat the enforcer. Guard Captain Helven lamented the entire situation, fearing for the safety of not only him and his men, but their families back in Arkalvia. Shortly after this, Finran announced to the villagers of Eldehar that he had taken command of the hamlet. He instructed the guards to hunt and forage for food to alleviate the food shortage currently plaguing the hamlet. Filled with anger and despair, our heroes began to prepare themselves for the long journey ahead to Geldush.